Hi, welcome to this short video to help show you how the Journal of Acute Care Physical Therapy's new website can work for you. So you'll notice here is where you access the journal. You can use this long link to do it that way. You could also put Journal of Acute Care Physical Therapy into your search engine and find it that way, or you could go directly from the link from the www.acutept.org website. We are now under the auspices of Lippincott, Williams, and Wilkins. So you can also go to their website, and that's where you see journals at lww.com. And you can always search from there for Journal of Acute Care PT. I'm going to start using the abbreviation that we've come up with for the Journal of Acute Care PT, or JACPT, or what we like to call Jacpt. So I'll just be calling the journal Jacpt for the rest of this podcast. So when you come to Jacpt's homepage, you'll notice there's a login with a password button right here, and you'll see this is me logged in. If you have not activated your online subscription, you'll need to go here to register a new account. It takes you to a different web page where you'll fill in all these different items and click continue. I'd love to show you what that looks like, but I'm already logged in. That'll have to be a different video, but you use the mailing label from your hard copy edition of Jacpt that comes to your mailbox, and you can sign up that way. If you already have a profile with Lippincott, Williams, and Wilkins, if you get another journal from them that you have a membership to, it actually puts them all under one membership. So for example, I'm a member of the neurology section, and their journal comes through Lippincott, Williams, and Wilkins. I already had a profile there. I went in and added my information for acute care section, and now my Jacpt subscription comes up in the same login. So I can get to all of my journals that I have available online through Lippincott, Williams, and Wilkins through one login and one username, which is really helpful. In this case, I'm just going to log in. So you'll see what the page looks like after you log in. It's not incredibly different, but what you'll notice right here is it says logged in, and it'll have your name. Obviously, it won't have my name. It'll also have this little person icon. If you hit this, you can get to your account. If you've made any favorites or if you've done any searches, you can save searches. Those stay in there until you delete them. You can also just find any searches that you've recently done in about the last 14 days, and they'll stay in here even if you haven't saved them. The other little thing here is you can log out or you can get help this way as well. So that's kind of the big change as far as what the page looks like. You notice that that login box is replaced by a statement that Jacpt is the official journal of the acute care section. So you know you're logged in when you don't have the option to log in, and it tells you who you're logged in as. If you share a computer and you're logging in like at work, that's where it's helpful to know where the logout is, because you wouldn't want to save your profile at work because other people could get in there under your profile. So what are your options here? What things can you do really easily right across the top of the page? Home always takes you to the most current issue. It gives you an update on either the most viewed or the most emailed articles that are happening. Sometimes there's a little need help. There's usually some ads. There's a few articles that are highlighted from the current issue on the front page. If you want to see the whole current issue, just click the current issue button. And this gives you all of the articles from the current issue. Okay. If you use RSS feeds, this is where you can get the current table of contents to your RSS feed if you like to do that. Also, you can look at an outline of the table of contents. Oh, there's these 3 different sections in this journal's issue. I'm subscribed to what they call the e-table of contents, or the e-talk. If you aren't, there'll be a link here that says subscribe. Mine says unsubscribe because I already have a subscription. That can be really handy to subscribe to the electronic table of contents. What happens is you get one very tiny email that just has the new edition is available online, and it lists the table of contents. So it lists the categories of papers under each subcategory, which is really helpful because then you'll know it's available online. Excuse my little upset there in the recording. I apologize. You'll be able to know that the online edition is available. If you, oh, you can also do contributor index for each issue. And you can see based on the author's name, what article they have. And from here, you can either look at the abstract, get the PDF, add this to your favorites list, request permissions for additional articles, or to use the article in another publication. So if I'm writing a paper and I want to use a table from Dr. Judy Horn's article on the integumentary system, I could request permission right here. I can also see the article electronically right now by clicking the article name. And here's the whole entire article electronically. Now, what most people usually prefer, if you want to save the article, is maybe I just want the PDF. This is going to open it, and it's going to let me either open it with my PDF reader or save the file if I want to. Also, if you're just going this way and you're like, that sounds interesting, I wonder how interesting. If you hit abstract, it just expands the abstract here. And then if you want to go to full text as a PDF, full text online, you can click this. And again, if you want the PDF, you always click the PDF link. So that's what that looks like. You can search, you'll notice only the last name initials of article authors are highlighted there in each issue. So that's one way you can do it if you know you have a colleague who had something that was published in this one. Oh, let's just skip right to theirs. You can go to contributor index. Now, what most people really like to do, especially using the online version, is to look at previous issues. These are compiled by year. So currently there's only one issue that's available. It's the first issue of 2014. But you'll notice if I go to 2013, all 3 issues from 2013 are listed here. Okay, if you are one of those people who very much identifies with images and you go, it was the one that had that cover, you can click this button, and for the issues where we have cover art available, some of the issues they're still scanning the cover art since we just transitioned to this new system, but you go, that's the one, it was the one with the people getting dialysis on the cover, I remember that. You can click that. Okay, so here's all the years for Jacpt that's available. All right. If you are thinking of publishing, information for authors is available under For Authors. Okay, and this gives you the link to the new electronic submission system under Editorial Manager. Okay, if you've done this before with other Lippincott journals, it'll look familiar. It's still Editorial Manager, but what you'll notice is it always says Journal of Acute Care PT, and this opens in a new page, which is nice. This is where instructions for authors are. They've got directions for creating digital artwork if you need copyright transfers, revision guidelines. If you're new to authorship, there's a nice tutorial that takes you through how to submit things through the web system. If you're a reviewer for Jacpt, there's a nice reviewer tutorial there. And then if you want reprints, this is where you click to get reprints. Okay, so we'll close Editorial Manager. And then journal info, we've got information about Jacpt that's available, about the acute care section that's very brief, including a link, the editorial board if you want to write a letter to the editor. Here you can get all of our editorial board, all listed there, all with current email addresses so that you can email people. If you'd like to advertise in Jacpt, there's advertising information, subscription services. Now, if you're a member of the acute care section, you get a subscription to Jacpt with your membership. If you are not a member of the acute care section, you can learn about getting a subscription here. If you need reprints, you can get that there. Open access information, rights and permissions. They do have a mobile website, so if you wanted to get this on your iPad, you can do that. And any new features that Lippincott comes out with for Jacpt is always listed here. Okay, so you'll notice that now you can get articles on your e-reader, and it talks you through a little video on how to do that. And if you would like to use their iPhone app, you can do that here. Pretty much what most people use is the previous issues or the current issues. The other thing you can use is keywords. So let's say you had a patient with cancer and you were looking, and I don't know what issues, I'll do all issues. I can put that in. And what I'll get is a choice for these things. Right now, we're pretty much limited to articles, but hopefully, we'll be expanding our podcasts that relate to the journal in the future. This had all dates, and it gives all of the different articles that cited something that had cancer in those different articles. So you'll notice there's quite a few, even from the just few years that we've had Jacpt available. You could also limit your search if you just wanted to search the current issue. If you click advanced search, again, you can limit your search within just the title or the abstract, or find that phrase in the whole entire text. Or if you're searching for a particular author, you could do it that way as well. If you had information about the volume and you knew something but you weren't quite sure, you could put this in here and search as well. Always can get back to the home page by either clicking home or just clicking on the giant jackpot that's listed right there. Hopefully you found this very short video to be helpful. Again, like I said, I would please consider signing up and registering your subscription online so that you can access this online soon so that you can get the most out of your membership. Thank you very much.